Hello there guys, welcome to another episode of Project Zippy. Another shortish one this evening, it's just a couple of hours after work. So, yesterday we got this patch here in, so we'll start by grinding this all back. Don't think that, from what I can see, as of yet anyway, that there's going to be any pinholes to fill in, which is nice. So yeah, we'll get that ground back and then we'll start hacking out this jacking point and see how far we need to go down here and go from there, really. Fun stuff. Right, I guess we best crack on with it then, shall we? Okay then guys, so what you've already seen on this episode over the course of a couple of evenings, really just bits and bobs that you've seen. I didn't record much at all yesterday. I don't think I actually got anything yesterday because the camera batteries were both flat, so I just cracked on anyway. So I've got a nice big piece cut out of the inner sill and a new piece ready to go in. That needs a little bit of fettling, but it's nearly there. The doorstep I've decided is just beyond a little patch here and there like the other side, so there's a big hole in it there, some really heavy rust there, it's gone into a hole there, it's going to go into a hole there I think, and all along that edge there is really crispy. So yeah, it's not great. All this top edge here where all the welds are, that's nearly going into a hole there. It's all pretty rusty on the top, unfortunately. So yeah, while I would love to just repair what's there and save some money, it's just too much work to try and repair bits of it. So I'm going to have to put a full doorstep in it, I think. So what I've done is I have bought myself one of these. You've seen me weld them in before on this thing. So a full heritage doorstep comes up the doorpost. Now, the reason I got that and not just the repair panel at the bottom is because they only come in a Magnum flavour, and I do not like Magnum stuff at all. Just a really terrible fit. There's one over here, there we go. There's one over here and they're just not the right shape. There's no lip there at all, basically, from that bottom edge, and it just looks stupid if I welded that into the bottom of the panel. So yeah, I'm just going down the route of get the heritage one, cut off the pieces that I need, and then the doorpost bit I'm sure will come in useful for another car for either me or someone I know in the future, so it's not the end of the world. So yes, that's unfortunately the route I've had to go down. So at some point we'll have to cut that doorstep out and replace that. Firstly, as that is basically the only strength back to front, well, from here forward in the sill at the moment, we're going to leave the doorstep in until the sill is finished, until the inner sill is finished. So yeah, that's where we're at with it. So I'll continue this episode off today with what I think get done this afternoon. So yeah, let's crack on with it. We'll get this piece in first. So let's do that. Alright then guys, I'm done for this one. Let's show you what we've got done. That patch is now all welded in and almost finished grinding it back. I need to get a new flappy disc on the grinder to get the last few little bits. But yeah, not looking too bad. Nice and solid from the inside, so I just need to plug weld the lip of the cross member onto there. I don't even know if I finished doing that on the other side actually, I best check. Anyway, so that's that. Off camera, but I just thought I would take out the rear left light, and because there was a little bit of rust just next to the light, I thought I'll try and clean that up. So there's a light out of here. And also, I thought that the rust was caused because it looked like it had a small bump on that corner, because that corner of the light's pushed in a bit there and cracked. As you can see, took it out, started attacking the little patch of rust, and it's now turned into this. Yeah. So the rust was actually coming from this here. It's just starting to get a little bit pitted, and there's a couple of little pinholes. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, a couple of little pinholes there. Unfortunately, but yeah, it started out as just that, but it was full of filler. So I thought, this has clearly had a bump on this back corner, whether it's reversed into something or it's not been like a full-on, rear end impact. It's just this corner's had a little shunt. This here feels rippled, which is a bit crap. On this bottom edge here, it's not quite right. And on this side here, when you actually put the light back on it now that the filler's out, there's a ever so slight gap there, and when you look at it, you probably won't be able to tell on camera, but when you look at it down there, it just doesn't quite look right. It's pushed in a little bit on there, and it's also ever so slightly ripply. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to have filler back in it, unfortunately, but I'm going to try and pull this panel out a bit more, knock it out with a block of wood a bit or whatever. It's a bit pushed in there as well, I can feel that. Yeah, knock it out a little bit more if I can with a bit of block of wood and hammer. Just bring it back out a little bit. Same in this bottom corner, because there's quite a lot of filler in there, just a little bit. And then I'll borrow my mate's proper little hammer kit thing, I don't know what you want to call it, for beating out bodywork and making stuff straight. It's got a little like hammer and dolly thing and everything, so I'll try and just beat some of the ripples out of that, because it is ripply up to at least here. Yeah, it's ripply up to about there, all down here, so just try and smooth that out a little bit, and especially this side here, and then I'll have to fill those little holes there up with weld, clean this right back so it doesn't rust again, treat that, and then put a light skimmer filler over the top, sand it all back just to make it nice and smooth. And yeah, hopefully that'll look fairly decent. I mean, I always thought this corner never looked right. It just looked like it came out a bit too far, because there was 2 or 3 mil of filler in places on that. It was just way too much. They'd gone overboard with it for some reason. But yeah, it was probably some cheap 90s repair, just it had a shunt sort of thing, and threw it in a body shop for a couple of £100 to get it sorted, So there we go, bit annoying, more work. London to Brighton is getting closer and closer. It's now, at the time of recording this, middle of February. Nearly the end of February, actually. So, fun. Anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop us a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next video, where we will... what will we do in the next one? Probably finish tidying up these welds. It's just going to be an evening after work, the next one. Finish tidying up those welds, get this cross member welded onto the repair piece here, and we'll go from there, really. So yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Bye for now.